Ladies and gentlemen, your YouTube luchador weighing in at more weight than he probably should have, at a height at 5'5". This is Vargas! What is up, YouTube? This is I, Vargas, the YouTube champion, here with you all to share a much delayed YouTube wrestling pickup video. That's right, I am here with you all to share another long awaited, much delayed wrestling pickup video. Ooh, yeah. What's up, guys? This is Vargas, the Mexican brawler, sporting the WWE Championship, our proud Mexican flag, and the Mexican luchador mask, along with a Mexican shirt. And it's actually been a while since I've recorded a pure wrestling-only pickup video. Since I haven't found that much stuff, I've added the wrestling masks to the other pickup videos, but this time I have an all-out lucha libre and wrestling video, specifically wrestling, nothing else, just wrestling and lucha libre and the 24-inch pythons. So I was able to get some WWE DVDs, and I also found something that I never thought I would find, so I wanted to share with you, because what we're going to do, brother, when the Vargas comes at you with stuff to share. Yeah. So first off, as I've mentioned before, I love me some physical media. Physical media is the best. And unfortunately, wrestling magazines are few and far between. Everything's now digital and on the computer and stuff like that. So I've been hunting for these magazines in particular, and I have very rarely come across them, but I was walking downtown, and lo and behold, I found the Box and Lucha magazine. Now, this is a thin publication, very few pages, and it, as the name implies, it has boxing news, and boxing articles, and wrestling, lucha libre articles, from CMLL, from AAA, from the independent scene. So yeah, this is pretty cool. Also usually comes with a poster. They're spotlighting either a main person or a independent wrestler. And it's in black and white, so you don't get that many, you only get the center part in color. Everything's in black and white. But it has wrestling stories, it has interviews with wrestlers, a countdown of the important things that happened in prior years, reviews and synopsis of major lucha libre events that happen. So, this is pretty cool. Again, you could get these things online a lot quicker. You have to, in printed publications, you have to wait for the thing to come out, and you're usually looking at a month's delay. This one comes out weekly, so you get maybe 1 to 2 weeks of delay for the news. But damn it, I like physical media, and I miss magazines. I don't collect Club Nintendo anymore because Club Nintendo has gone digital. I've never seen a WWE magazine ever, and recently anyway. So I thought it was pretty cool to find Box and Lucha Libre magazine. I got this downtown, and they have been. Cause again, I never saw it downtown, but they started to bring it back. So really cool to have it here. So this is issue 3/3/24. So this thing has 3,324 issues in. So it's been out for a while, but usually you can only get it in Mexico City and further down south. I've ever seen this in up here in my neck of the woods until recently. And this was the preview to Homenaje a dos Leyendas, which is the CMLL's a pay-per-view event where they give tribute to the creator of Mexican Lucha Libre and then a wrestler. And this year it was Mil Máscaras that got honored. And the main event was Ángel de Oro in a mask versus mask bout against El Cuatrero, who's one of the Dinamita Juniors. And the thing happened, and in the follow-up magazine, Ángel de Oro lost his mask, Cuatrero won it, and as per Lucha Libre stipulation, when a wrestler loses his mask, he has to give out his real name. And ironically, Ángel de Oro's real name is Ángel. So, not very original there, dude, but it is what it is. And, yeah, I didn't get to see it because it was pay-per-view. They didn't pass it on YouTube, but that's why I bought the magazine, because I wanted to see what was up. So, yeah, physical media, awesome. Now, on to some WWE wrestling DVDs. Wrestling! Found the 2010 Survivor Series. I have very few Survivor Series. It's one of the big four of the WWE's main events. You got the Royal Rumble, you got WrestleMania, you got Survivor Series, and you got SummerSlam. And I have a couple of WrestleManias, I have a couple Royal Rumbles. I don't have that many SummerSlams, and I don't have any Survivor Series. But I got this one and this one. The card for this one was WWE Champion Randy Orton against Wade Barrett with John Cena as the special guest referee. You got a World Heavyweight Championship match between Kane against Edge. You had a traditional Survivor Series, and that's the one thing I miss about Survivor Series. Because Survivor Series, the thing was that you had a wrestler pick a team, and he would pick himself and four other guys to fight another wrestler and his team. So you would have Team Hogan against Team Ted DiBiase. And it was an elimination match, so whoever got pinned got eliminated, and sometimes you would see 4-on-1, or 2-on-2, and then you would have the last Survivor. So that I always thought that was the best thing about Survivor Series, but WWE, being the brilliant booking geniuses that they are, have started to, thin that out. Now you barely get a traditional Survivor Series. This one only had one traditional Survivor Series match. That was Team Rey Mysterio against Team Alberto Del Rio. Then you have the tag team match between the Nexus against Santino Marella and Vladimir Kozlov. An intercontinental match with Dolph Ziggler against Caval. United States Championship match between Daniel Bryan and Ted DiBiase. So this was cool because it has Daniel Bryan. And a 2-on-1 handicap match, Michelle McCool, and Layla against Natalia. So, yeah, I missed the original Survivor Series format, but, it's WWE. This is also picked up Judgment Day 2009, really cool cover there with Edge. And this one has Randy Orton versus Batista for the WWE Championship, and Edge versus Jeff Hardy for the World Heavyweight Championship. So, yeah, this is Judgment Day. Then you have Hell in a Cell 2009 with Hell in a Cell match between John Cena against Randy Orton for the WWE Championship. Hell in a Cell for the World Heavyweight Championship between CM Punk and The Undertaker. And a Hell in a Cell match with D-Generation X against Legacy. So, awesome. Then you have Tables, Ladders, and Chairs 2009. Got a lot of pay-per-views from 2009. And this one has Tables, Ladders, and Chairs. I think, if memory serves me right, this is the first gimmick pay-per event of this TLC. Because TLC used to be a match, innovated, of course, by the Hardys, Edge and Christian, and the Dudleys. But WWE has started doing this where the gimmick matches are their own pay-per-views, which is ridiculous. But it had a chairs match for the chairs match for the World Heavyweight Championship between Batista and The Undertaker. A tables match for the WWE Championship between John Cena and Sheamus. And a tables, ladders, and chairs match between DX and Jericho, which is just Chris Jericho and Big Show. Then you have a wrestler-specific documentary for John Morrison, who's wrestling in AAA as Johnny Mundo, and for a time he held 3 different championships in AAA. So that he's doing great. He's amazing in AAA, and this was his. It's all a 1-disc set. Most wrestlers get 3 discs, but John Morrison only got the 1-disc treatment. But pretty cool. Got a 3-disc set of 50 years of WWE, covering the complete 50-year history of WWE from the times of Bruno Sammartino to Hulk Hogan to The Rock to John Cena. It's a 3-disc set. Don't want to drop the insert here, but it has big events in the company's history, and it's a 3-disc set. So once I'm done watching this, I'll give it a proper review. But I thought this was pretty cool, 50 years of WWE. Then I already have a Triple H one, Triple H, the King of Kings. But this is another one that they did for him. This is Triple H, Thy Kingdom Come, with a nice shiny slipcase with black and gold. And you open it up, and it's Triple H when he was doing the whole Conan theme thing. You got that, and you got. I think this is pretty cool with the black and white and gold. Triple H in his early beginnings, Triple H the Cerebral Assassin, and corporate Triple H. So yeah, this is pretty cool. I want to watch this one second, because I've seen the pay-per-views, but I haven't gotten to the 3-disc set. Now this one came loose. It doesn't have the box art, but it's SummerSlam 2011. This is my second SummerSlam DVD. I don't have that many SummerSlams. Also, just because Edge is in it, this is a WWE film, and this is a comedy with Edge after he retired and Jamie Kennedy. Bending the Rules. I haven't seen it. I remember it was advertised, but I really have not seen this movie at all. So yeah. Also from 2012, Extreme Rules. This is Brock Lesnar versus John Cena. Now, I thought this pay-per-view was the one where Brock Lesnar just decimated Cena, but that's actually in a SummerSlam, I think. And this is the Extreme Rules match after Brock Lesnar came back from USC to WWE. He challenged Cena to an Extreme Rules match. Beat the shit out of Cena, but not as bad as the one in SummerSlam. But still beat him up pretty bad, busted him open. And then John Cena grabbed chains and busted Brock Lesnar open. John Cena was really, really bad, but not as bad. He wasn't destroyed as in that SummerSlam man, which is the one I wanted, the one I thought this was, but it's not. It's still pretty cool. Still enjoy it. I've seen that one, of course. Picked up Survivor Series 2009, like I said, a lot of 2009 pay-per-views. And this has D-Generation X in the war. Really like the cover, actually. The 2009 covers are pretty awesome. And this one had triple threat matches between the champions and tag teams. So you had a triple threat match for the WWE Championship. John Cena, champion, versus Triple X and Shawn Michaels of DX. And then you had The Undertaker defend his World Heavyweight Championship between the Big Show, and Chris Jericho. This one is cool. This one is cool because it has 3 traditional Survivor Series matches between Team Kofi Kingston against Team Randy Orton. Then you had Team John Morrison against Team The Miz. And a women's Survivor Series match, Team Mickie James against Team Michelle McCool. So, really awesome. And just a brutalizing of Rey Mysterio against... Batista brutalized Rey Mysterio in this one. Just beat the shit out of him, so like this one a lot. This one's still freaking new, but it's the WWE Superstar Collection for Daniel Bryan. Yes, that Daniel Bryan. And after he retired, they did release a 3-disc set that I want to get, but until I get that one, got this one. I already have one for Zack Ryder, and I don't remember how many of these they made out. But this one has Daniel Bryan versus Chris Jericho in NXT. Daniel Bryan and The Miz history, because Daniel Bryan was in NXT, but The Miz was his pro. Then you have SmackDown Money in the Bank. Daniel Bryan versus Cody Rhodes versus Wade Barrett versus Kane versus Heath Slater versus Justin Gabriel versus Sheamus versus Sin Cara for Money in the Bank 2011. Daniel Bryan versus Mark Henry. And Daniel Bryan versus Big Show versus Mark Henry at the 2012 Royal Rumble. So really, really cool, and it'll tide me over until I get that 3-disc Daniel Bryan set. Also, one for John Cena. This one doesn't have that many matches. Has John Cena versus Chris Jericho, triple threat John Cena versus DX, which I already have in Survivor Series 2009. John Cena versus Randy Orton, and John Cena versus The Miz versus John Morrison. So, not as many matches as the Daniel Bryan one. I don't know why they made one for John Cena. I mean, these would be good to introduce people to new superstars, but John Cena's been in the company for years and years and years, so I don't know. And another 3-disc set, The Road is Jericho. Epic Stories and Rare Matches from Y2J. This one has, I still haven't seen it, but it supposedly has matches from Chris Jericho. They're different from documentary, because I have Breaking the Code, which is documentary for Chris Jericho, but this is another one that they did where it's not a documentary, it's just a collection of matches for Y2J. And Y2J, of course, reinvigorated his career when he went to New Japan Pro Wrestling and fought Kenny Omega. And if you had a chance to watch that match, wow, that match was really cool. Chris Jericho has always been a really good worker, and he's adapted himself with the times. You know, when he came to WWE, he's evolved his character throughout the years. So really, really cool to have that. And now I have both Chris Jericho's DVDs. So yeah, just super happy. It's very rare that I get to find WWE DVDs. The last one that I picked up was the Ric Flair one, and then it's been like a drought. I haven't picked up any wrestling DVDs. Also haven't bought any new masks. I have most of the masks I want. There are a couple of masks that I do want to get for the collection, but right now I'm as far as masks are concerned, I'm good. But I'm always on the lookout for WWE DVDs. They're just cool. I wish I could get some of the earlier ones, you know, for the Invasion or stuff like that. But these are the Ruthless Aggression start of the PG era, so they're pretty cool. I'd like to recommend the best ones, but I haven't seen the 3-disc sets of Triple H and the history of the 50-year history of WWE. So I'm going to recommend the ones I have seen. So I'm going to recommend Extreme Rules, because this was pretty cool. It also has a Divas match between Nikki Bella and Layla. A Chicago Street Fight match for the WWE Championship with CM Punk and Chris Jericho, really good. 2 out of 3 falls match for the World Heavyweight Championship between Sheamus and Daniel Bryan, making up for that WrestleMania 18-second match. I'm sorry. And Survivor Series, because I like the fact that this one has 3 traditional Survivor Series matches. So yeah, that was the Lucha Libre and Wrestling pickup video. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I will try to get more wrestling stuff for you, because I like talking about wrestling and Lucha Libre. So, until I see you all again, this was Vargas from the Squared Vargas Circle, thanking you all, and do you smell what the Vargas has in the microwave?